OMG, the whole time I was talking and on mute. Unbelievable. But anyway, so we're going to, thanks, Chris. Oh, wow. I was going in too. So basically, we're going to have a discussion with Roxanne Tonic this evening about a career in emergency medical services, EMTs, or emergency medical techs at University Hospital. I'll share the link. She's going to be letting people know how much it is an hour. I think it's like $20 or 21 or something like that. You have to be at least 18 years old. So if you know people who are looking to start a career in the medical field, this is a good opportunity. Young people, uh middle-aged people. I don't think there's an age limit, but they are looking to hire people, and University Hospital pays for the training. And Roxanne is also going to talk to us about life insurance. Let's face it, let's be real. People have been passing away, and even with the fatal shootings in Newark, people have not been able to give their relatives a proper burial because they don't have life insurance. So they're trying to scrape up money to bury their loved ones. So she'll go into details about life insurance. I thought that everyone would know about that and have life insurance, but apparently people don't, and this is what we're seeing. Yes, good evening. Will. Yes, Shakima, Miss Thomas, however you want to call me, it works out. It works out either way, whatever you're comfortable with. But I am waiting for Roxanne to come on. And I was just like talking away too. Let me share the link for the careers at University Hospital. Let me just share that, and I'll bring it up. Oh, it's actually $24.30 an hour. Let me bring it up on the screen because I think people should see this. It's careers dash UHNJ careers dot ICIMS.com. So we can take a look at that. Okay. Let me share my screen. Okay. All right. Okay. Here we go. Okay. It looks pretty. Hold on. It looks pretty tiny on my end. Hold on one second. Let me go to, let's see, banner position. Okay. EMT. Let's search. Okay. This is it right here. EMS, EMT. Okay, here we go. That's a pretty good salary range. $24.30 probationary rate. And after that, it goes up to $24.80. And 2 years later, $25.55. So I'm waiting for Roxanne to come on so she can explain everything. But if you know someone, share the link with them. Hold on, let me get the link and put it in the comment section. Or if you're interested, if any of our viewers or listeners are interested in a career at University Hospital as an emergency medical technician, go for it. I think $24 to start off is pretty good. Okay, there it is. So yeah, let's blow it up right there. Salary range. The qualifications, they prefer you to have 2 years of EMS, but I think there's a workaround for that. And like I said, they are paying for training. So go to the website, check it out, share if you know people who are looking for work. And even if we go back, I saw some other positions. They have EMS dispatch. That's not bad either. $24.30 too. Not bad at all. So they are hiring. 1 second. Let's see. Let's go back. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, and they're hiring per diem too. So they are looking for people at University Hospital. Just go on and check it out. So, yeah, people, there are jobs out here. There are lots of jobs. Hold on, give me a second. Let's find out. Let's see. She said to give her 5 to 10 minutes to pull over. Okay. All right. So yeah, get into the comments. While we wait for her to come on, she's driving right now, so we don't want her on while she's driving. Lots of car accidents out there. We don't want her to crash and be the one to get scooped up by EMS. So we'll wait for her to pull over. Other than that, get into the comment section. I know next show will be more entertaining, more thought provoking, and more sensational than tonight, because we're going to talk about that parent who said her child was zip tied. So we have an update. The public safety director, just to give you a sneak peek, did come and share some very interesting material. Oh, hold on. We got Roxanne on. Hello.
Hi, Shakima. How are you?
How are you, Roxanne? It's nice to have you on.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. I was just telling people about the EMS position that's open, and I shared the link. But I know you can give more details about how people can get in, how it works as far as getting, into the courses and university paying for them. So can you
Yeah,
let the people know?
sure, I can. Universities don't pay. You have to get into university. You have to have 2 years experience. But to
Okay.
be an EMT, you can if you don't have the finances to pay the $2,000 for the course, you could go
Okay.
to Millburn First Aid Squad and
Okay.
Cedar Grove First Aid Squad. Volunteer 12 hours a week, and
Okay.
they will actually teach you, train you, and pay for you to take the basic life support classes.
Okay. So that's in Milburn.
Millburn First Aid Squad,
Okay.
and
And
Cedar Grove First Aid Squad.
okay, let me put that in the comments for people. Milburn First Aid Squad, Cedar Grove First Aid Squad, and they have to volunteer. You said 20 hours a week?
12
12?
hours a week. Volunteer their time. They could split it in shifts, 6 hours, but they once a month they would have to do a 12-hour shift. And they could
That's it?
stay overnight. You know, you are fed. You have drinks or the coffee you need. You have a computer. Do your homework if you are in school.
Really?
Yes.
And now, so when people go volunteer, they do the 12 hours. Are they gaining experience? Are they teaching them what you're
They're
supposed to know?
actually they're actually teaching them. First, you're going to start off as a driver. You're going to
Mhm.
drive the ambulance trucks. They're going to teach you how it works and how to drive it, how to turn it on and off. You start off as a driver, and once you complete drive, you know, the couple of maybe about a month or two in driving, then as you going, you're learning firsthand. They're teaching you everything you need to know. First, you're learning everything about the vehicle,
Mhm.
and then you start learning everything you need to know about. And then if you have any questions, you while you're learning everything you need to know about basic life support, you have any questions, there is chiefs that's willing to help you, ride along with you, do whatever needed to assist you in passing the course. And once you pass the EMT course,
Mhm.
and they will want you to continue volunteer for a year.
Okay.
12 hours a week for a year after you pass the course.
Okay. Okay. Let me write this in the comments. 12 hours volunteer. That's not bad
Not at all.
because some people are sitting around the house those 12 hours when they could be volunteering and getting set up to go into.
A new career, a new job, and
Yes,
help the community. And help the
exactly.
community. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So now once people start off, they're driving the truck. Now, do they have to actually go to scenes to pick
Yeah, you're
people up?
actually, while you're in training, you're actually going to scenes. You're actually going to help people. This is your training.
Wow.
And prior to training, they also pay for you to take the CP, CPR course and the first aid course before you actually get into the training with Cedar Grove and Melbourne.
Now, how do people get into the program? Do they just go up to the Millburn or Cedar Grove
No,
and
it's easy. Go online, fill out the form, put in your information. They'll contact you right away, send you an email or call you, and ask you to follow protocol. They'll tell you everything you need to know. Then, after you speak to someone, it'll be like a regular interview. You have to go speak
mhm.
to the chiefs and sit down, and they interview you to see why you really want to help the community. And once you speak to the chiefs and your
Uh-huh.
little interview, and they will get you set up with the CPR course and the first
Okay.
aid course that you could take the first aid online. CPR you have to go in person, and
Okay.
they pay for it, and you also have to go through a background check as well. It's like
Okay.
applying for a job, but you volunteering to get paid, so they could pay for your education to be an EMT.
That makes sense. That
Make a
makes a
lot of
lot of
sense.
sense. Yeah. Now, and this is Milburn Short Hills Volunteer First Aid Squad.
Yes, the
Okay.
Millburn, Short Hills, and Cedar Grove. Those are the only two
Okay.
so
Let
far
me
that
put
I
those links in. Go ahead.
yeah
I'm sorry. I'm listening
that would
because
pay. Those the only two right now that would pay for your education to take the BLS course before you take the BLS
and
event.
what's the BLS? What does that stand for?
BLS. Yeah, what people don't know about when in EMS is there's a BLS and there's a ALS. BLS is basic life support. This is where
Okay.
EMTs come in starting at. ALS is advanced life support. Once you become an EMT and you want to further your education, depending on what job you're in, that job
Uh-huh.
will help you or pay for you to go to the ALS school and take your
Oh,
advanced life support examination.
okay. Okay, now you must start off driving though first, right?
And yes,
You
you
can't just
must
go in and say, "Oh, I already know CPR, I already know how to
right
do X, Y, and Z." You have to go through the steps, like you
the
said, and
basic
follow.
steps. Yes,
Okay.
start. You have to drive first.
And now, and this volunteer it has to be at least a year, right? You,
After
you can't
after
just
you could
do
take
three
you could
months
go.
and
You could go in today and volunteer and take your EMT course, pass it, and become an EMT.
okay.
It doesn't matter how long it take you to become an EMT, but once you get your license as a EMT, you have to volunteer with the first aid squad a year
Okay.
after receiving your license.
Okay. Now, is there, so when you said you have to do a background check, do you have to do like a health screening to make sure your body?
Y- Yeah, well they give you a form to take to your doctor to complete,
Okay.
and yes, they want to make sure you're physically fit to become a EMT.
Okay. All right. That sounds good. Now, once you become an EMT and you go through this and you're training, you're getting that training, you're getting um your courses paid for, and now you apply for University Hospital. You start off with the $24.30. Is that's
Well, no, you have to have 2 years experience before you go into a trauma hospital. They can probably go anywhere,
oh, okay.
any other EMS. But for a trauma hospital, they could go to Bet Israel, Short Hills, anywhere. But for a trauma hospital, it has to be 2 years experience. And yeah, they do start
Oh,
you off with a decent amount of money, $24 an hour,
yeah,
I
that's not
believe.
bad. So university, that's all trauma. So you all are looking to hire people though.
Yeah, they are looking to hire EMT. They interview almost every week. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's definitely a need for people to help the community.
Now, is there a shortage in Newark or with you or
No,
with trauma?
there's no shortage. I believe the director there has he created more open slots for
Okay.
EMTs and paramedics.
Oh, okay, because that's been the word on the street. It's not enough um paramedics out there. There's not enough ambulance trucks and drivers, but so that's really not the case.
It's no, it's a lot. It's a lot of workers out there working
Okay.
12-hour shifts. They working real hard, saving the community, doing what they have to do. Really good, trained, skilled workers.
Wow, for 12 hours, the shifts are 12 hours?
Yeah, the shifts are 12 hours.
Oh, so well, do you work you don't work 5 days a week then, right?
No, they don't work 5 days a week.
Okay, so it's like 4 days a week and 3 days off?
Yeah, something. Yeah, similar to the firemen and police. 3 days on,
Okay.
4 days off, 4 days on, 3 days off.
That's not too bad. Now, is there like a pension or some type of 401k retirement plan if people
Well,
decide to pursue this?
it all depends on where they go. I mean,
Okay.
I know the state trauma hospital does have a pension.
Nice.
They do have a pension.
Okay. All right. That's pretty good. So, and you all are looking for people. Now, what or have you been getting people coming in, young people, like the youth that's out here?
All
Any
ages, yes,
okay.
all ages. I mean, smart young adults, yes, all ages.
Okay. All right, that's pretty good.
I mean,
Is
if
it
they want to change a career and they want to do something where if they like helping people and
mm-hmm.
it's a family, it's a network. You get to meet a lot of people and everybody works together, everybody helps each other, everybody love each other. And if they want that family life of being an EMS worker and going out there and helping and saving the community and saving lives, this is what they have to do. And if they can't afford to pay the $2,000 for the
Mm-hmm.
course, go through the first aid squad, the free first aid squad.
Wow. And you get the training, you get that firsthand experience, and you're right, you're pretty much getting on the job training too.
That's what it is. On the
Hands
job
on.
training. Even
Yep.
though you're volunteering, on the job training.
Wow, that's pretty good. They never really had EMT at career day, and I think they should do that with the kids today where
Well, with
you
this new
guys go out
director, right? With the new
because
director, I'm sure he's
uh-huh.
going to start a lot of new things happening. He did a great deal of improving the department of over the last 2 years.
It seems like a fun job too. And I didn't even really know like about EMT or how to get into it. I thought like I don't it just seemed like a mystery or some type of secret society.
And that's why you should get into it and make it your part-time job, so that way once you get the skills you can let everybody else know what to do and let them know how fun it is to go out and know that you saved somebody's life and helping the community, your community.
Yeah, I think this is something I will definitely pass the message on. I put the link for the Milburn First Aid Squad, Cedar Grove First Aid Squad. I put the links in the comment section so people can share those links, click on them, and get some young people involved too. Especially the youth
Yes,
out there that are looking for jobs because there
yes,
are jobs out there and sometimes you do have to go in if you're not doing anything anyway. I don't see anything wrong with volunteering. I used to
exactly.
volunteer all the time and I still do some volunteer stuff too, even now today. But this is a good way where you're not just wasting your time, you're actually building up skills. And
Exactly.
thank you. I appreciate you for even inviting me out to the event that you guys had in Weekway Park and sharing this information too, because I think this is something more people need to know about and get involved in.
And I'm yes, you're absolutely right. And I'm glad that you wanted me, invited me on your blog so we can discuss it and try to get. I mean, I'm sure after this blog that we would get first Cedar Grove and Milburn would get a lot of candidates. And
Yeah, I hope so. Now, is
yeah,
there are they looking for references too for people?
yeah, they're also looking
Okay.
for references. They will ask for at least two references.
Okay.
And if people are unemployed, unemployment office also waived the fee of the first aid squad taking the BLS course. They would
Really?
actually,
Wow.
yeah, unemployment would pay for it. I mean, even public assistance has waivers that they can help people, take the course.
Oh, this is nice. This is nice. Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
for those who don't want to pay that 2,000 or can't afford to, there are definitely ways. You can volunteer 12 hours a shift, and the shift's not that bad. You could do the weekends, 12 hours, or you could do the weekdays or nights.
Now, is there flexibility so that you can
Yes,
kind of
there is
pick?
flexibility. Yeah,
Wow. Oh my gosh. This is good. This is
yeah.
really good. I have to tell people about this because
Tell family and friends. Tell everybody. Yes,
okay, because yes, I know a lot of people that are like there are no jobs out there and they like to help, but they don't know which direction to go in, and they think sometimes when you volunteer you got to go, and this is not to throw any shade on churches, you got to go to the churches or and pass out food or do something where you're not really gaining no skill, you're just kind of being like the guy that's carrying boxes around and moving boxes,
Right,
or the
right.
lady that's just counting people online, when you can actually be using your time, like I said, to gain skills.
That's right. That's right.
And,
This is a
and
life
you're meeting new
changing.
people.
That's right. Hundreds of people. You meeting new people, and even patients.
Wow.
They recognize you. They remember you. They love you. They call. They thank the workers. Thank you so much for helping me, helping my mom, my dad. You really get appreciated for the work that you do, and you feel good about it when you are helping the community, and they really feel they are proud of what they do. They are proud of each other, and they help each other. It's a teamwork. It's teamwork.
Nice, nice. So and also let's also talk about what else you do. You sell life insurance. So
Yes,
you
I'm a
can
life
you can
insurance agent.
okay. So you can kind of do other jobs while you're also
Of course, everyone.
EMT. Wow.
Yeah, we got officers. Everybody working 2, 3 jobs. It's and
Mm,
again, skills. You know,
right,
you work
right.
12-hour shifts. It's knowledge. You build the knowledge. It's doing other things over the years. Some people leave EMS and become police officers.
Okay.
State troopers. It's just EMT is just a basic life changing job if you like to help your community. And yes,
Okay.
I am a life insurance agent, and I sell accident insurance. Where if you get
Okay.
hurt and you get hurt and you're in a hospitalized for every day you are hospitalized, you actually get paid to be in the hospital if you get hurt, by accident. And it doesn't have to be a car accident. It could be you could be in your home and you hurt yourself. You
Mhm.
could be in a park, anywhere. You hurt yourself, you have to be hospitalized. You get paid daily for being in a hospital. And
Now,
everyone who needs life insurance, I mean, instead of starting them GoFundMe accounts, invest in $20,
exactly.
$30 a month and get you some life insurance. So you don't have to depend on, no one has to stress over how they're gonna take care of your funeral when you are not around. You already had that
Exactly.
covered.
And that's what I was talking about before you came on, because we have some fatal shootings in Newark where people didn't have life insurance and they couldn't afford proper burials, or their families couldn't afford to give the burial that they wanted to give. And I didn't know people still were walking around without life insurance today.
And you know what, Shakima? I mean, with the young generation in our urban community, it's so hard to get the young community to believe in life insurance and get life insurance. I mean, even if they only paying $10 a month, twelve
Right.
dollars a month, it's a lot trying to get them. They don't believe it. They don't understand it. And then when they lose a loved one and they need the money to pay for the funeral,
They're
this is when they
struggling.
exactly
Yeah, and
not
like you
only
said,
struggling. This is when it clicked. Like I should have had insurance, but even after losing loved ones, I get a lot of people that still don't get insurance. I get some that decide, look, this is what I need to do, and then we get some that say, look, I don't want to spend the money. I'd rather go get me a drink or go get me something else or whatever before I pay for
wow.
insurance.
Wow. And,
It's all
and
about responsibility and becoming an adult, just maturing and understanding how important life insurance is. Paying your insurance policy is just like having to pay your rent, your mortgage. It's a very
right,
important. Yes,
right. And so people really tell you like they rather get a drink than pay $10 a month.
it they don't
And what
actually say
well,
it,
I
but
mean,
you
not in
see
those
it. Right. You actually see it. You understand when you get to know these clients or get to know people. I get a lot of referrals from clients, But when you
Mhm.
get to know these, get to know people, or people using your intuition,
Right.
they're going to the store and they'll buy something, and then but they don't want to pay insurance. It's like it's
Now, what do you say to the people that are like, "Oh, that's a ripoff. The insurance company makes all this money," and they're saying it as if they're never gonna die. Like none of us are going to be here eternally. You know what I
insurance
mean?
company don't right. Insurance company don't make all the money. Insurance company, we're actually providing services for you. So if something happened to you or your loved one, that's what we're doing. We're providing a service to you. It's not about and they shouldn't it shouldn't be a concern of what a company makes. A company is a business. A business,
Right.
they make money. So it shouldn't be a concern on what a company makes. What should be the priority is what's good and what's right for me. I need
Yeah.
this insurance and this is what I need to do. I'm not worrying about anyone else or anything else. Just making sure me and my family is right.
Right, because we like I noticed that people have a tendency like they are really not looking it's like they kind of don't want to accept the hard fact of death.
And I
And it's crazy because I've seen situations time and time a whole lot in Newark where families do not have any insurance and they have these GoFundMe's, or they're having if they're not on a GoFundMe, they're walking around asking you to put money into the envelope, and they're giving you a story about, oh well, he didn't have any insurance, she didn't have any insurance, and we don't want them to go into, I think it's called a potter's grave or something like that, where they just pile the bodies on
mhm.
of people who didn't have the insurance and all of that. um
And I would advise those people, if you really care about your family and your friends or your surrounding, your neighbors,
mhm.
mention to them they should get an insurance policy so they don't have to worry about that. Even if when they go and collect for GoFundMe accounts and they ask, it costs about 15-20,000 to bury someone in a decent burial. And if they
Wow.
don't, if they asking for GoFundMe money and they only getting 2,000, 3,000, maybe
Right.
not even 500, and they have to stress, they have to pay these funeral home payments probably for 10, 20 years until they get it paid up. Why go through that stress? Talk to your
Yes.
loved ones and say, look, we got to make a decision. We got to get this insurance policy and we got to make sure it's paid every month.
Right. And I know a couple of people like that that have that bill from the funeral parlor because they didn't
Hmm.
have enough money, and they
Right.
didn't collect enough money from people to give that proper burial, and some of them have gone and got life insurance too because of that, and they don't want their situation to be the same way. um
And even if they get a small amount, they don't want to get, at least you won't, your family won't have to struggle too much into making sure you have a proper burial.
Now, yeah, and people are also, you know what, I noticed too, people think of life insurance as some relative in the family getting the money and taking it and going to Vegas or something like that, or
That's
just
why you have to, if you feel like you have a family member that, that will keep your money and not do the right thing by you, you can write a will and you can pick a person you trust as your
uh-huh.
beneficiary. Or you could get a lawyer to be responsible for your policy to make sure everything is taken care of. It's always ways around that. Don't put
Wow.
nobody down as a beneficiary that you don't trust. And then if you happen to put someone down, you write a will and you make
Mhm.
sure that everything is followed according to that will.
Now, do you do the wills too, or do you have a colleague or a network where you do the life insurance and then you pass on your client to a lawyer that does the will?
No, you can always do your own will. You could go
Okay.
to a lawyer to do the will, or you can always go on Law Depot online
Mm-hmm.
and write up your own will, get it notarized. I am a notary, so I can always notarize. But
Okay.
you have to get it notarized.
Okay. All right. We have some people in the comments. William Hathaway says, "Please share this information in the feed." So how can people reach you to get the life insurance?
They
I'll type
they
it
can
in.
they,
Wait, what happened? You went out. Hello,
can you hear
Roxanne.
me?
Okay.
I'm
Yep, I
here.
can hear you now. Yep.
Okay, they can you can give them my number
Okay.
for life insurance.
Okay. So let me give them your number. Let me put it in here because they're asking in the feed. Do you have a website or they can just call you?
Yeah, I they can give me a second. They can call me and I could give them all the information they need.
Okay. Okay. Let me put life insurance. I'm putting your name up here so people. And you said people can start as low as $10 a month?
Yeah, they can, depending on their age, because policies go according to your age. The younger generation,
Okay.
under the age from 30 and under, I mean, it's very cheap policies.
Okay.
The younger
Okay.
you are, the cheaper the policy. The older you are, and it also depends on the amount of coverage you want, from 5,000 to 100,000, whatever you want.
Okay, but you discussed that with them. You with
Yes.
your okay. All right. And then we have another. Let's see. We have Miss J. She says, "Hello, Shakima." And guest speaker, we're talking to Roxanne. She says, "I like what you shared about volunteering in EMS field. She recently acquired a basic 911 dispatcher certification. She was able
Awesome.
to apply through the link that I posted. Thank you. You're welcome. That was the link that I scanned at Weekway Park
Mhm.
that you showed me. I put it in the comments. So people, yeah, people are using it.
Great. Awesome.
But again, for life insurance, make sure you reach out to Roxanne. Um, Depending on your age, your policy could be as low as $10 per month. Don't think that you don't need this because there will be, all of us have our time where it will just be the end, and we want to be prepared. We want our families to be prepared, especially when it comes to funeral arrangements and all that stuff. A lot of people don't like to talk about it. We act like we're going to live forever, and let's be real, we're
Exactly.
not. We're not. So we should definitely have this plan because I see it a lot, Roxanne, a lot. And I can't believe it in 2023 that people still don't have a plan for when it's all over.
And they should get a plan. As especially parents. Soon as your child is born, your child should be insured. You know,
Yeah. And
as
that and
soon as
it's
your
scary
child
to
is
think
born,
about that. You're right. It's scary to think about that, but you have to be prepared because
and you
I've seen
and they have to be
situations.
optimistic. Think positive. Don't
Right.
think negative, and just know that everything is gonna be right. You just taking responsibility for your loved ones.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely, because anything can happen. And this is, like I lost a 19-year-old cousin on my father's side to gun gang and gun violence. Basically, these kids from Newark went all the way to Elizabeth hunting for
Mm.
somebody, and he was 19 years old. And yeah,
Wow.
like
Sorry to hear
his
that.
mom didn't think right that that was necessary to have a life insurance policy, but look what happened. Luckily, family was there. But
And that's a burden. Good family was there, but what if family, don't have it? Family,
exactly.
struggling as well. And when a night, God, I'm sorry to hear about your cousin on your father's side, but at 19, the policy probably wouldn't have been, depending on what they want. $50,000 policy may have not have been no more than $25 a month.
Right. Right. And you know what my grandmother used to do? She used to make us pay for our policy every month when we started working. So like starting at 16, she
Yeah,
was
that's what my
like,
mother.
yeah, you know how they were.
Yes.
And we were thinking, oh, y'all are crazy. Why would you have life insurance? Are you trying to take us out?
But that was to teach you responsibility, and I never knew. This is why I got into insurance, because my mother always instilled insurance. She had every type of policy, just like the rich. The rich
Yep.
people get insurance policies so they don't have to spend their own money. And my mother had insurance, every type of insurance on us. And when I realized the importance of the insurance is when I went and had my first child at 22 years old. I gave birth to my first child. And
Mm-hmm.
every day I was in the hospital, the type of insurance she had for me that she made me start paying for was I actually got paid for every day I was in the hospital with my son after giving
Wow.
birth, and I also got paid for him
Uh-huh.
being born every day in the hospital.
Wow.
I mean, these type of policies, there are policies out there that will actually pay you if you disabled. If you're disabled and you can't go to work, they'll match your salary and pay you every month. They give you a lump sum and they'll pay you according to what you work for. And that's not even including you getting workers comp or disability. This is money, your money, that you could
Right.
put towards something else. I mean, there's a lot of different insurance policies out there.
Wow.
Insure,
And can
insure
you have
yourself
multi you
like the
can have
rich
multiple.
insure themselves. Yes, you can have multiple policies. They got disability policies, hospitalization policies out there, accident injury policies, all kind of policies besides life insurance. Policies where
Wow.
you actually get paid just to be hurt.
Wow. Yeah, they
You.
they
Hmm.
the car insurance, I don't like the car insurance though. It doesn't work like life insurance.
No, I'm gonna get into that though. I want to sell car insurance too.
Oh, that'll be good then. If
Yeah, I'm
you're
gonna get
selling it,
into
then
it.
I'm getting your insurance. I'd rather the
Thank
money
you.
go to you.
Thank you, cuz. Thank you.
Yeah, because some of these car insurance people, oh my gosh, they're difficult to
Yeah, I'm
deal
gonna get
with.
into it. When I get into my license for car insurance, I get back on your blog so we can talk about it.
Yes, and I definitely want you to come back too, and we could talk about life insurance. We'll have we'll have the will, the people that do the wills too, and we could talk about this whole thing because I'm really shocked for real. I keep saying this 2023, and these people really are out here without a plan for their death, as if they're going to live forever. And it's not that I'm wishing any bad on anybody or anything like that, but
But some people are naive and they don't know, and this is a step into letting them know the importance of it. Blessings to you, for educating them and helping educate them and care enough about the community, to want them to know this information. So
yes,
some people are just naive. Maybe their parents didn't have insurance, they don't know anything about insurance, and this is why they probably don't believe and don't have it. They never really
Wow.
heard of it. They never all they know is GoFundMe, GoFundMe, the quick and easy way. They don't know that they can actually get insurance and don't have to depend on anyone. Don't have to worry,
Right.
or they could get insurance and leave something to their kids behind. And
Wow. Yeah, the GoFundMe thing is crazy. When I see that, I'm like, "Oh my gosh. They didn't have insurance." You can tell like, "Oh, they didn't have insurance. No life insurance." Especially if you value your life, come on, insure it.
right, exactly. Exactly. I mean, Jennifer Lopez, she insured her body for millions. They have insurance policies that where you can insure yourself, your body. You hurt
Right.
yourself, you fall, you cut yourself. You insure. You go to the doctor, you're going to get paid for that injury. There's
Exactly.
hospitalization where you could get paid $800 a day, $200 a day from being hospitalized because you sick with your disability.
Wow.
It's insurance policies for everything. You don't have to struggle so much if you insure yourself.
Thank you for that. Thank you. I
You're welcome.
appreciate that too. And I gotta have you back on to talk
Thank
more about life insurance and what people can set up with you. And yeah, we gotta get some testimonials too. Some people
you. When they
that
become EMTs, tell them
mhm.
to shout you out. Shout out, say thank you.
Shout out Roxanne. Cousin Peaches. Shout out
Yeah,
Cousin
say hi
Peaches.
to me. Yeah, say
When you
hi. Say I
be
did it.
yes, yes, because this is and thank you for caring too and sharing the information
You're welcome. You're
and
welcome.
not keeping it to yourself. Like you really you were like, put this out there, get this out there. You and I'm like, you know what? You're right. You're right. We do gotta get this out there and let people know because this is good stuff. Like Miss J said, this is great info.
And and while you're learning to save lives and save the community, imagine having those skills where you could save your own family and your household. You know what the
Exactly.
signs to look for to make sure they are good, and you are right there. And then you could teach your children, and it can go on and on with that
Exactly.
experience.
Exactly. And we don't have to worry about or be concerned with who's going to save us. Let's save ourselves.
Exactly.
Let's start
There you
doing
go.
stuff for ourselves. Let's
Let's
not
save
e-
ourselves. Yeah.
even with the life insurance, let's not have to wait on a GoFundMe and see who's going to give and not give to help us, bury a loved one or cover funeral expenses, however way the person wants to go. But yeah, like let's start doing our own selves, like doing for ourselves what we need to be doing. And that's being responsible. And I think we need to stop looking to other people, even politicians, because they're not worried about us. They're worried about themselves. Let's be honest. So we need to worry about ourselves, our families, and make sure we're covered and we're good. Because I bet they have life insurance.
Of course, everyone has. Yeah, majority of people do have life insurance.
So,
We just need to help our. We need to get our urban community insured and educate them on the importance of insurance because when you go to different towns and different communities, they
mhm.
all insured. But when we're here in our community, there's maybe 50% of people are insured, if not less, a lot less.
Wow. Wow. And J Main says, excellent. And Miss J says, let's not perish for a lack of knowledge. I agree.
Right.
And that's what I think is happening in some parts of our community. People are just doing things that aren't smart because they don't have the knowledge. And then they need
Exactly.
and this is you're giving it to us. You gave us two gems tonight
Yes.
about getting into emergency medical services and life insurance. That's like, come on. Those are two gems. You can't beat that. You can't say you didn't care or I didn't care.
That's
And
right.
nobody can say we're not trying to make contributions in our community and
That's
uplift
right.
people.
That's right.
But that's, thank you so much. That's all I have to say. If you have anything else to add,
No, nothing to add, but thank you for inviting me on. I appreciate it.
you're welcome.
Um, I'm glad we can help the community, and I
Uh,
think this is going to be a big. And I feel like we're going to get a lot of people signing up, and they're going to be EMTs, and they're going to help their community, and they're going to be happy and proud of themselves once they get it done.
yes,
Could be life changing, Shakima. You don't know.
it can. I agree with you. And I appreciate you for coming on too and taking time out of your busy schedule. Cause I know you got a lot on
Yeah,
your
well, right now I got the kids and basketball practice, and I'm sitting
see.
in the car talking to you. So,
Oh wow. Well, thank you, Peaches. I'm going to let you go.
okay, cuz,
Um,
all right.
I love you. Thank you
I
so
love you
much.
more. You're welcome.
And I will see you later. I'm going to get off this show too. So thank you to the
Okay,
people for watching. I appreciate you all.
take care.
And all right, everybody take care. Peace.